We have a manuscript here that has a majestic title, The Acts of Paul. Surely with such a magnificent title, you wouldn't have this banned from the Bible. Well, they didn't. It was never banned because it was never included. We look at the Acts of Paul, written at 160 AD, way beyond the finish of the regular canon, and we also see that Tertullian, the early Christian scholar, in talking about this says, within the Christian community, this was so spurious, its doctrines were so off the wall that they had to find out who wrote it. In going to the church at large, they found the Christian leader who wrote it within his authority in his local assembly, and he admitted that he did it out of a deep love for Paul. He made up stories. He was disbarred from Christian leadership. What is in this book? Well, it's some amazing things. It is covered with Gnosticism. That is a belief that mixes Roman mystery religions along with Christianity to make it more palatable to the general public. So you're going to see one of two things that Gnostics always talked about. One, they talked about these things are secrets, they're mysteries, and you can't know unless you become subservient to us. And the other one is anything with the flesh is totally abhorrent. Anything. And that's why in this passage, in the passages really within the Acts of Paul, Paul does not preach salvation through Jesus Christ and living for the Lord. In the Acts of Paul, salvation is found through abstinence of sexual relations. We see that Paul, in his journeys, was brought to the throes of death on a number of occasions. And on one, when he's beheaded, he does resurrect. He then appears at a gravesite with Titus and Luke, two men coming up to inspect. They end up becoming believers in him because of this. And so Paul has a resurrection. When he is beheaded, according to the narrative, his head falls off, blood doesn't spurt forth, but milk does and splashes all over the executioner. And another time when he is thrown into the stadium among these ravenous lions, he stands there praying like a statue. The first lion comes up, is obeisant, and then actually licks his feet. A giant hailstorm comes down, wipes out all the other rebellious animals and people in the stands, except for, and I quote, just one was left, and the hailstorm shore off the ear of Hieronymus himself. Thereafter with his fellows he came to God. In other words, this man survived with just an ear ripped off, and he got saved. You see all kinds of different things that go against the doctrines. It's no question this was never accepted by the leaders of the Christian faith.